Members of the National Guard to protect the area following a recent uptick in illegal border crossings.
And remember my opening remarks at Trump Tower when I opened. Everybody said, oh, he was so tough. And I used the word rape. Women are raped at levels that nobody's ever seen before. But we cannot let people enter our country. We have no idea who they are, what they do, where they came from. We have no idea what their records are. This is the kind of stuff and crap that we're allowing in our country.
This new plan coming as Mexico puts the brakes on a migrant caravan's plans to travel to the United States. Joining me now, the executive director of the National Immigration Forum, Ali Noorani. All right, Ali, let's just take this one step at a time. Are you okay with people illegally crossing the southern border into the United States?
What I would like to see, Jesse, is that we're solving real problems, and that means that we need smart border security.
Okay, but let's just, I want to take it one step at a time, Ali. Are you okay with illegal immigration into the United States? No,
of course not, Jesse. We believe that we need a strong border.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so in order to
stop started with an agreement.
Illegal immigration, absolutely good. So let's put that aside. We agree. In order to stop now illegal immigration into the United States, don't you think the most effective way to do that would be through a wall and through National Guard troops?
So let's look at the data. Okay. The data shows that in March of last year, we had a record low number of border apprehensions. Now you're going to say, but we've seen an increase. We have seen a small increase.
We have.
But still.
We have seen a big increase.
Just one second. The numbers that we see now are nowhere near the numbers that we have seen in previous administrations. So, if we want to
I get that. Okay, so you're saying your argument is this, Ali. Your argument is this, it's not as bad as it used to be, but that's not really what we're talking about, okay? We're talking about stopping illegal immigration. If it's still going on, then that means the problem hasn't been solved. Now, let's get back to my original second question. How would you solve the illegal immigration problem at the border?
You actually develop a process that people can go through. That is how you stop illegal immigration. And if you want to invest
what do you mean by
dollars
go through?
in boots, that means you reform the immigration system. But let me talk about border security for just a second here. If you want to spend money at the border,
let's keep it on border security, though.
That's what I'm doing here, yeah. So if you want to spend money on the border to secure a nation, that you invest in ports of entry. That's where you see the majority of drugs, guns, and money being smuggled. Let's spend money at ports of entry and ensure our security there. That's what the real problem here is, Jesse, is drugs coming into the country.
Listen, I agree that a lot of bad stuff flows across the port of entry. I agree. Drugs, heroin, it's a big problem, and that needs to be addressed. On the other hand, last year, 300,000 people crossing the southern border illegally were caught. We don't even know about the ones that weren't caught. So can't you also address the border as well as the ports of entry?
So if you want to secure the border outside the ports of entry, that's where you put technology. That's where you put strategic infrastructure. Those are the smart things that you do on the border, and that's what this administration has a chance to do. But if you actually want to solve the drug problem, if you want to solve the drug problem, I mean, last year, over 40,000 people died because of opioid addiction. Let's put our prosecutorial resources going after drug crimes. I mean, right now we're spending so much time and money. We're spending over 50% of our federal prosecutions are in immigration. Only 14% are in opioid addiction. That's killing. That's literally killing American families.
I agree, but I think you're not giving the United States enough credit. I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time. You're saying that you know, people are coming across the southern border and that we need strategic infrastructure. Would that mean a wall?
If you want to be smart and strategic, it means that you put fencing in certain places. It doesn't mean, you know, a wall is a great symbol. A wall is a beautiful symbol, but I would rather have smart policy in place that balances boots at ports of entry, strategic infrastructure in between, and technology. A wall is a great symbol. It makes everybody very happy or very angry, but it doesn't actually solve the problem.
Well, walls work, and I think that's why a lot of people on the Democratic side don't want them. Walls are very effective, and the Border Patrol wants a wall. I think a vast majority of them want a wall because they know that's going to stop the crossings. Let me show you a picture of a wall right now in New Mexico. This is a very old wall that needs to be replaced immediately. I think we have a picture of some people scaling it. This was just the other day. We have people on each other's shoulders climbing a 20-foot structure. It's obviously not secure because you can climb it. And I've been down there too, and I climbed the same wall.
So this is a great example of non-strategic infrastructure. So let's look at that particular segment
So that's
of the wall.
why Trump is coming in and building a big, beautiful wall that's about 40 feet high.
So, you know, we can spend $40 billion on this beautiful, big, beautiful wall, or we can actually solve a problem. In this particular space, obviously, the structure that was 20. Sorry, those are my tax dollars. You know, I don't see the difference between 20 and 40 billion. That's still a lot of money.
Well, actually, Mexico's going to pay for it, so that's besides the point.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
I mean, at the end of the day,
listen. The only people that are making money on the border are the cartels, and the only thing that's going to stop the illegal immigration and the cartels running wild are boots on the ground and a big, beautiful wall. Ali, I got to run, but thanks for coming on and having a discussion with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.